In this video, we're going to look at comparing two documents of the same type that are completely different structure, completely different contents, but they're both service facility agreements. So you can see down here that our internal one is 24 pages, while the incoming one or the external one is 10 pages. So I'll just scroll down so that you can see just how different they are. Okay, so that's enough. Let's go and have a look inside AI Legal Assistant. I've uploaded the internal and the external, and there's actually a number of different ways that you could do this. So you could either create a new document, a new blank document, and then compare them against each other. Or you could go into the internal document and compare them. Or you could go into the external document and compare them. It really just depends on what the end outcome is that you're looking for. Are you looking to have a document that you can send to someone that tells them the differences between them without actually having the documents, or do you want to mark up one of the documents? What we'll do is we'll do a couple of different scenarios here. So the first one is we will create a new blank document and then we'll run a comparison. So we'll just create the document. We then go into that document and now you'll see you've got multi-doc up here. And then you'll see that we can go and find our documents. Here's our SFAs. Let's click on both of them and click Done. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to unselect these. So under the review options, we're going to unselect those, and then we're going to go down to compare precedent. Now you'll see that you've got my precedent and you've got other document. So my precedent would obviously be your internal one, and the other document would be the external one. If you click on this swap document, you'll notice that they swap over. So if they're in the incorrect order, you could just switch them like that. Now you'll see this other drop down here and you can analyze for clauses, unfavorable terms, missing clauses, just a general comparison, or legislation check. Legislation check is for where we have a piece of legislation that we would like to compare something to. So let's do a general comparison. Let's do missing clauses and let's do additional clauses. And then let's click on Analyze. What that's doing, it's reviewing from the perspective of our precedent versus the incoming documents. So when we're looking at missing clauses, it's going to find missing clauses that are not in the external document that are already covered off in our internal document. The additional clauses, it's going to find clauses that are in the external document which are not in the internal document. And general comparison is just going to compare things against each other in general. So now that we've got all of our items back, we can simply click the Insert All Tiles button. And you'll see that it's inserted all of the items that it's picked up on into the document. You can now use this to draft a letter of advice. So you could simply copy all of that, right-click, and then talk with the AI and have it help you draft a letter of advice. I want you to draft a letter of advice to my client, who is the dentist. They are the practitioner, and highlight everything that we suggest amending in their favor. That will now take all of the information that the review AI has picked up on, and the drafting AI is going to draft the letter of advice for the client. Now, we're not expecting this to be the final letter of advice and you just send it out. That's not what the tool is designed for. This is to help do the brunt of the work and allow you to come through with your skills and finesse it. You can see we put our draft letter here. It's giving us the recommendation, the proposed amendment for each of these clauses. So what we can do is we can simply click Insert Below, or we could replace the section. So if we wanted to replace the text that's in the document, You simply click on that and you'll see that our letter of advice or the base of our letter of advice is now there. So we've compared the precedent very quickly. We've now got the recommendation, the proposed amendment, and you could draft the summary to go at the start. We simply right-click, go AI features. I want you to draft a brief summary and introduction to this letter of advice that I can put at the top for my client, Dr. Smith. Here we go, and we can simply go and click Insert below. You can simply go up, export it, or share it with the client.